If you knew the power of sex, you wouldn't just casually have it. You are creating soul ties and trauma bonds. You're going to prolong your healing and transformation. Y'all know I'm very open about me not having a sex life. Things begin to happen for me once I gave that up. You know, when you have sex with a person, there is a spiritual deposit and transfer that begins to happen. They was battling depression. Now you finna battle depression. Okay, if they got anger problems, now all of a sudden you angry and easily agitated. Because not only are you having sex with them and creating a soul tie with them, but the people before them. So whatever they was battling with, they was very promiscuous. Now you on Instagram showing your thighs and breasts, and you ain't never post like that. But because you got with a man who dealt with promiscuous women, now you feel like that's what it's gonna take. To please him and get his attention, right? Because that spirit has attached to you. And now you doing things that you never did. Now you going places that you never been. You ain't never thought about going to no club. But all of a sudden you want to turn up and be in a section. Because you are coming into agreement with these demonic spirits. And you have to cleanse yourself from that. You're going to have to really give that up, because a lot of kids are here as a result of reckless sex. Some of you are here because of that. Although life is beautiful and God does cause all things to work together for our good. He does do that, right? But we cannot continue on in willful disobedience and habitual sin. We have to be willing to give that up. See, this video is taking me on to God's permissive will versus his perfect will. Y'all already know I made a video about that. But see, it's delayed promises when you flow in his permissive will. Okay, you were supposed to hit 6 figures in your business. Now you filing for bankruptcy. Yeah, because there's some things you just won't give up to get in God's perfect will. There's certain addictions, certain lifestyles you won't release to really walk in the perfect will of God for your life. Now your blessings are delayed. You were supposed to open a storefront for your hair business, but now you're in bed recovering a heartbreak because you gave up your body to the wrong spirit. Now your money funny. Now you ain't got no peace. Now you can't prosper because you yoked up and got entangled with the wrong spirit. You were supposed to be a multi-millionaire, but because you keep giving access to people who don't see your worth, now you don't see your worth, and it's dangerous. I'm going to say this because a lot of you love to say, well, he ain't no narcissist. He really is a good dude. He's a great father to his kids. Anybody who's trying to lead you to the bedroom without marrying you, that's the wrong spirit trying to set you back. And you have to open your spiritual eyes. I don't care if he a good dude. I don't care if he pay his child support on time. I don't care if he a great baby daddy. If he don't want to marry you, he don't want you like that. He there for a good time and not a long time. And see, as women, we have to stop desensitizing ourselves and acting like, sex don't have this grip on us and this stronghold, because it do. A man can have sex with a woman and leave $20 on the table and never see her again. But when we do that, there's a deep connection that is created, right? Let's go in the book of Genesis. Jacob married Leah. He wasn't attracted to her. Okay, he used her to bear children. Okay, but he loved Rachel. Rachel was beautiful. That was his dream girl. He worked 14 years for her. Okay, he never wanted Leah, but because she was the firstborn, the father had to give Leah up. So because Rachel was the youngest, he had to work another 7 years, right, for Rachel. Okay, so don't let these men out here use your womb, get you pregnant, and he not really attracted to you. And then you see, dang, he did more for her. He worked more for her. He gave her more because he really loved her. You see, he loved Rachel without her becoming his baby mama. He loved. The Bible says that when God saw that Leah was unloved, he opened her womb. Right? And you know what Leah said? Now my husband will love me because I can bear his kids. Right? And a lot of you women say that. Okay? That it sound cute in the biblical days, but it don't sound cute now. A lot of women think like that. He gonna love me once I have his baby. He gonna be committed to me once this child come. And you really can't compare, boyfriend and girlfriend, baby daddy, baby mama to Leah and Jacob because they were under the covenant of God, right? That was husband and wife. But there is certain mindsets that I want to pull from that. This is mindset number one when it comes to men. when it came to Jacob's desires, it didn't matter that Leah was a good person, that she had a prayer life, that she had a good heart. Okay. He wanted the young, beautiful Rachel. Okay. I'm just letting you know this how they think. Okay. Because a lot of people feel like, well, as long as I just pray and talk to God, I can look any kind of way and carry myself any kind of way, and I can still get me a Jacob. Leah was tender-eyed. She had a physical disformity. Okay. Men are visual. He didn't like the way she looked. Rachel was young and beautiful. He worked 14 years to marry her. Men are hunters. If they want you, make him work for you. Stop being so easy and accessible. Make him sweat. It's in his DNA to do it. I don't want you to be rejected and unloved like Leah was, right? I want this man to see you as the prize, like Jacob saw Rachel. Woman who does the most gets the least, okay? And the woman who does the least gets the most. Stop doing too much, okay? You flowing from a masculine place. When you always being the person to initiate, y'all talking, texting, the dates and linking up, that's a man's job. That ain't your job as a woman. So if he ain't doing it, then he don't want that with you. And you got to be okay with letting the ship sink. Okay? Because you got to understand, well, there's somebody else greater for me. There's 8 billion people in this world. Why would I cry and be stuck on somebody who don't love me? There's somebody else who ain't going to play by me. Who going to see me and be like, come on, we got that. I got to build my future with you. I got to build generational wealth with you. I can't wait. I can't risk somebody else coming in and taking you from me. So if a man is being delayed with his desires for you and being intentional about his pursuit for you, he ain't for you. Because the one who's for you, they going to work for you like Jacob worked for Rachel. They going to hunt you. They going to want to build a future and a life with you. When I talk about desires, I ain't talking about sex. Jacob was a wealthy man. He had resources. He could take care of his wives. Now, a lot of y'all giving attention to men who just only got sexual desires. He ain't got no resources. He didn't even care if you ate today. But you crying over a man who can't even buy you a meal. As women, I want us to understand our power and femininity. Okay? So if you a woman building a man up, you're living in a masculine role. Okay? Feminine women attract masculine men. So if you are up here, I just got to help him get his money and his credit right. I'm telling you, once he get right, because you're going to help him because you a good woman. But once you help him and you help him become a man, he going to go look for a feminine woman who didn't help him, who sees him as the leader, the provider, the protector. When they get into arguments, she ain't going to be like, well, everything you have is because of me. I built you. He ain't got to hear that from the new girl because she ain't helping with nothing. But he got to hear that with you. He got to hear you throw up in his face how you put him through college and trucking school. He got to hear that with you. He don't want to hear that as a man from his woman. Okay, so I love y'all. Let me know if y'all want a part 2.